Yeah, he said yeah.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Finding some room at midfield. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 47 yards on the ground.
What the fuck is this?
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Fuck around, pick up a sniper rifle. No, I don't want that.
Flex round!
Upstairs and two, one in the bottom mechanic
From
shop.
the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jags have taken the early lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Wow. All right, coming behind the trailer. Watch out, motherfucker.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. These two teams had not one but 2 memorable encounters a year ago. Their first one was week 5. That's when Ben Roethlisberger threw a handful of interceptions. Jacksonville won big. And then, of course, the Jags, Charles, they doubled down in the playoffs.
Yeah, they beat Pittsburgh again in Pittsburgh, 45-42, to advance to their 3rd AFC championship game in franchise history.
Look at the bottom of the wood.
A handful.
5
interceptions by Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, he struggled in that first outing. 23 yards on the play.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Forced out
Where the fuck
to
did
his
he
left,
come from?
and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
Blow him up with that
into the
call.
trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Damn. Where the fucking shoot me from?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now Miller on 1st and 10, eluding the pressure right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I'm out. All right, guys. I'll see y'all later.
And they'll go ground
barriers
game
and then
tailback. And push his way forward here for a good little game. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And they'll run it here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. Well, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Manuel. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I'll see y'all later.
All right.
On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And Lambo will put this one through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
What up, Cole?
An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
It's got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly.
Put a little something on the
He'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Blue 58. Blue 58.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time.
I'm playing man right quick.
Down.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across
they just lost.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville. And
Chargers
first down.
and London. Yeah. They lost 19-20. They went for 2 instead of tying the game up.
Got him in. It's Brashon Perriman. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a second and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You know I got a foot with
For a
him.
receiver there, already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brashon Perriman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
You with Mommy?
There's optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's
on the first
better.
drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're looking to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Flushed out right. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You lean or you use your toes?
Especially the secondary has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Myles Jack in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Roethlisberger, and it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And he puts it through. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Returning it, John Ross. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. T.J. Watt, 1st-round pick a year ago there defensively for Pittsburgh.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Rolling to his right, and a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Artie Burns, the cornerback, brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Switzer now to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for down. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Roethlisberger will throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Roethlisberger now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's first and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away to his left. He's going to look and got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Back to throw now.
I don't know how to play my game like
eluding the pressure right. Looking long for Westbrook. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Switzer now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
T-Dot. Who? T-Dot ain't my friend. T nasty, my friend.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags.
I ain't got no T-Dot on my goddamn list.
State to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Switzer now to return. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. In for the score. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Now Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
But they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense.
He's got him in, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line fit. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Now, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
77.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The 4-time Pro Bowler, Cam Chancellor. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jamal Adams, their #1 pick a year ago, there on the coverage. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now he's going to go up top over the middle. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Ross on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They'll turn the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. They go play action here on first down. They'll buy some time right. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 31 yards there, the first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Well, he's got some breathing room. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On third down, that's Grant, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 14 yards. And that'll make it third and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's Manuel. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And they'll go on the ground. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Now here's Ross. Oh, shifty. Whoa. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Steps away. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and forever. Now Manuel. A throw left side complete to his receiver Westbrook. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Man, I was just going to send Bushido there to give me a drink.
That's your whole little pocket.
Maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
He said I was supposed to help her.
They're going to look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Corey Grant His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. Give him 7 on the play, and just like that, it's third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he finds Julius Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on third down plays, but when you go for it on fourth down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brashad Perriman, 94 yards. And the Jaguars continue to roll.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball?
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now it's Roethlisberger. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over. Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Flushed out right. Staying on his feet. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Daniel McCullers with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Roethlisberger, and they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Khalil Mack in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So the sack, and now a third and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now it's Roethlisberger, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man right side is Shark. He got 29 yards that time.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
He don't have no clothes hanger hanging on his shit.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, play.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. I got 7 seconds left in my game. The line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be hit.
You know, y'all know who Rito Brown is?
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage.
He like a little, he's a comedian, but he one of them little skit comedians, Instagram dude. That's what I'm playing right now.
Is that inability though to stop the pressure? We saw another example. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Who are you talking
to? For the Jaguars, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on.
Oh, I can barely hear him now. I can hear him a little bit now.
Everybody.